There is no evidence at all that any emails were caught by the notices. Emails may have been caught by the notices, but what my friend is asking about contains a premise which is just not established. The CFMEU New South Wales branch had already complied with the notices that had been served upon it, and I'm sure if my friend asks the witness rather than makes an assumption, he'll get evidence about that.
Yes. Can this controversy be sidestepped by a reformulated question?
Yes, Commissioner. You've agreed with me, I think, that the notices produced sought the production of electronic documents.
Yes.
And the fact is that, well, as you know, electronic documents are not the same as paper documents, correct?
Yes, I understand that.
And it can be the case, for example, that persons who, even persons who print out emails, they don't always print out every email.
I guess you could make that assumption.
Well, emails, for example, that are chatty or informal may not be printed out and put in a paper file.
Most of our emails wouldn't be printed out and put in a paper file.
But you're not able to, with any assurance, say that, for example, short or chatty emails printed out on every occasion, are you?
Printed out in relation to a notice to produce, or just in general?
Just in general.
I would hazard a guess to say that 80% of emails wouldn't be printed out ever.
80% wouldn't be printed out ever, and then you don't, and again, people don't always print out every email in an email chain.
Right. I guess not.
They don't print out attachments to every email. That's right, isn't it?
It depends on what you're referring to. If it was for a case, they would.
Well, the short point is this.
If someone sent me a picture of their cat, I wouldn't print it out.
The notices produced sought the production of electronic documents,
yes,
including emails in their native format. You knew
yes,
that.
Yes.
And you had not produced, had you, emails in their native format?
No, we hadn't, no.
And you hadn't produced every email that could be caught by the notice to produce in the mailboxes, had you? When we did that notice to produce that I think you're referring to, we had, yes. Well, to the best of your knowledge you had, but what you hadn't done is produce the emails in the native format that was sought by the notice to produce. That's correct. And the only way of testing whether or not every email had been produced in accordance with the notice would be to review the emails in their native format and make sure that every email had been printed out and produced. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. And it's no longer possible to do that exercise because the emails have been deleted. That's right. And that occurred on the 23rd of June and the following days in circumstances in which you had received the notices produced that I'd taken you to and understood what was sought by them, correct? Yes. Did you consider any alternatives to deleting emails on the 23rd of June and after?
No, honestly we didn't. We weren't receiving any external emails, and at that time we were receiving a lot of notices to produce for this very Royal Commission, and my biggest concern was that we were missing notices, and with a short turnaround period, my main priority was getting the email back working.
Well, if you're concerned about that, you could have just rung Mr. Pasfeld and asked if there were any more notices, correct?
Yes, I guess I could have.
Because the notices aren't sent directly to you, they're sent to your legal representatives.
That's right.
And did you consider getting, for example, an external storage device and loading some emails onto that?
No, we didn't.
You didn't even think about that?
No, I didn't.
And you say you were concerned that there may be further notices produced issued by the Commission.
Plus other important emails that come through. It could have been a notice. It might not be in regards to here. It could be a court notice. It could be anything.
You say that you were, I understand this was the evidence you just gave, that you were concerned on the 23rd of June and after that further notices to produce could be issued by the Commission.
Oh, yes, I was concerned that we would miss them if the email wasn't working.
So you're expecting that future notices to produce could be issued?
Yeah, absolutely.
I say future meaning notices produced in addition to the 3 that I've taken you to in your evidence this morning.
Yes.
And you knew when you instructed emails to be deleted from the various emails account that future notices produced could require the production of emails from the period beginning of 2013 through to June 2014?
Yes, I could make that assumption, yes.
Yes, and those emails have now been deleted from the system, correct?
Correct.
And it won't be possible for the CFMEU to comply with any such future notices to produce, correct?
It would depend on who the person is.
It won't be possible, will it, because the emails have been deleted?
It will depend on the person because, for instance, Rita Malia hasn't cleaned out hers. There's some that haven't been cleaned out.
I see. So if some people have disregarded the instructions that were given,
yes,
then it may be still possible to search their inboxes, but say for that limited category of person, it won't be possible for the CFMEU to comply with any such future notices produced, correct?
it would depend.